what would happen if we were attempting to see an image of some brightly lit object on this side of a lens, and we put the screen too close to the lens, even say inside the focal point. Remember, the image forms over here on the other side of the focal point. Well, if we put the lens here, we see things like, well, the parallel ray from here doesn't converge with the ray through the center or with much of anything else. And if we get any image at all, it's going to be very blurry. You can experiment with what happens here by using the screen and the lenses that you have. Take some brightly lit object in a dark room and attempt to form the image. Okay, one good thing you could use maybe would be a television screen with all the lights off in the room. You could probably form an image of a television screen fairly easily just by setting a lens up and putting the screen on the other side of that lens. If the screen's over here, where the image distance ought to be, then you get a clear view of the screen. As you move toward the focal point, look at what happens. And as you move inside the focal point, look at what happens. And then put your eye on the other side of the lens. Okay, move the lens back and forth in front of your eye and see how images change. And then think in terms of how these lines converge and diverge and so forth. Okay, so this kind of experiment can, or this kind of, it's an experience. You're not really taking data, you're just experiencing the thing and thinking about what happens. Can be very valuable in understanding how this really does convey what happens in reality.